What's good, YouTube, bro? I just started a video, bro. How to stay motivated. A lot of people ask me, how do you stay motivated? And the thing is, you have to understand that your life is gonna be like a compound of all your actions that you choose every single fucking day. And low key, that's the only thing that matters. This cat butthole. You feel me? Like it doesn't really matter like about staying motivated. It matters, do you do things that like cause effect on what you did yesterday and today? And at that point, you don't need motivation. You just have to understand that you're working for something that is like adding up. You know what I'm saying? That's how I stay motivated or like locked in. Is you have to understand that sometimes you're not gonna be motivated. But if you have something that you have to do today that fucking you should like take care of, so tomorrow is easier for what your goal is, whether that be you want to be like a YouTuber, like, okay, obviously if you want to be a YouTuber, right? You made a video today, you have to make a video tomorrow. If you really want to be a YouTuber, you know what I'm saying? And if you've done that for 100 days, why the fuck would you not do it on day 101 and 102? You know what I'm saying? And really, I would say like the key to being motivated or whatever the fuck you would call it, staying motivated, fuck, I'm out, hold this cat, is understanding like, do you really want this shit? Like, what do you really want and how hard are you willing to like try to get there? You feel me? Like, and at some point, you'll just start to see the shit work. And if you don't see the shit work yet, then that means you're either doing it wrong or you haven't done it for long enough. And you have to be real with yourself, you know what I'm saying? You don't need motivation. You need, if you want to be like a fucking dentist or something that requires schooling or college, you don't need motivation to get there. You need to keep passing classes. Even if you are motivated to or not, do you actually want to be a dentist? Okay, well then you have to go to fucking school, bro. You have to go to school day after day after day. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a system. And the same thing applies with like art and like content creation shit for real. Because it's really like, it just takes grinding, bro. And then understanding what you're doing. Like if you're putting out low quality shit, whether, you know what I'm saying? I'm a fashion designer, brand designer, artist for a living, right? But so it's like, okay, I have to understand, are people actually receptive to this shit? That doesn't require motivation. You know what I'm saying? I want to be an artist in any regard, you know what I'm saying? Are people receptive to it? Okay, then I'm doing something right. Is it growing? Pause. Okay, then I'm doing something right. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't require motivation. You can say your motive is to become what you want to be, but it's like that's not a matter of being motivated. It's just being realistic with what do you want and are you actually taking the steps to get there. Like I'm spamming videos on this bitch because different topics get different shit and I keep changing the background because that seems to affect it. You know what I'm saying? So what am I gonna do? Keep spamming videos with these certain like kind of like not life advice but just experienced person like perspective shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna help me get there. Cause now I have 600 subs and like I don't know, like doing this shit like 3 months or some shit or 4 months. And all I do is just talk on this bitch about life. You know what I'm saying? So if I keep doing this, I don't need to be motivated. I need to think of shit that will add on to what I've done yesterday for this goal and what I can do tomorrow for the goal. You know what I'm saying? Like with the clothes shit, bro. It's not like everybody just walks around overly motivated, like with I don't know, just shit that's constantly on some David Goggins shit. You know what I'm saying? And David Goggins is not even like probably not motivated all the time, but he knows that he's put in all this work and all this pain, so he's gonna have to do that shit tomorrow if he wants to keep this shit alive. He wants to keep his, you know what I'm saying? Just his like the trajectory pretty much. You don't need motivation for a system and trajectory and understanding what the fuck you're actually doing and is it actually working. You know what I'm saying? And everybody has to kind of like build their own system. But once you have a system, after you've just been grinding, you just have to grind like shit and just flood shit for a long time. Same thing goes with fitness or whatever the fuck. You have to go hard as fuck for a long time until you actually start seeing progress. And then once you get to that, like you get to a point where like you've seen progress, you can kind of understand the system you built that doesn't require motivation. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, so if I go 4 days out the week, then I can fucking, if I go 4 days out the week, every week, that's good for me to maintain or gain or whatever the fuck you trying to do, right? It doesn't mean you have to go the same 4 days out the week. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't require being every single day being motivated. Like, hopefully I'm motivated 4 days out the week. No, it's like you understand there's a system where you have to do this shit 4 days out the week. And no matter which days you go, as long as you go, your system is churning. You know what I'm saying? And you'll get to a better place. That has nothing to do with motivation. How to stay motivated, how to stay locked in, is grind that shit. If you really want something, you'll understand the steps you need to take. You know what I'm saying? And if you're being realistic with yourself, you're gonna see if you need to like reassess how you're doing it. You need to understand, is this actually working? You know what I'm saying? And then you build a system. But repetition is such a big part because that's how you build a system. And that's how you even get your foot into the door with anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, you need to be consistent first and then worry about a system. You'll build the system based off your own consistency and how you've been making it work, which does not require motivation. It requires being realistic. It requires understanding what you're trying to accomplish and how can you get there in like correlation to today, yesterday, and tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do this YouTube shit. I do this fashion designer shit. You feel me? Like, so it's like, okay, yesterday I did some fashion designer shit. Today I'm gonna do a little bit fashion designer shit. Today I'm gonna make a YouTube video. Tomorrow I'm gonna think about making a YouTube video. The next day I'm gonna make a YouTube video. I wanna be fit, so in between these times I'm running. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you just have to do shit that all ties. Just think about, like, if you wanna think about motivation, I guess, you're like being locked in a system, is think about like life in sets of 3 days. How can you tie yesterday, today, and tomorrow together? You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't require motivation. It just requires being realistic with what you want. How can you fit it to like just compound over time? Just imagine 3 days where you just correlate your goals and you just stack them over and over and over and over. And eventually you'll build a system, and then you don't need motivation, but it all requires knowing what you actually want, the steps to get there, and like how bad do you want that shit really? It's not even motivation. Like, what do you want out of life? You know what I'm saying? Like, what I want out of life, I can't buy it. You know what I'm saying? I want this lifestyle to get greater and continue. At this point, the only shit that's gonna change is like how much money I have. And I don't even care about money other than the sake that like you should just stack it. So what do? I have this system where I'm constantly like touching every single thing I want to become. And certain things are further than the other ones, you know what I'm saying? And I'm able to do that because my brain, like, it just needs to do a lot of shit at one time. You know what I'm saying? It's not me being motivated. It's me like, oh, I have to chase things for me to just feel good. Like, I need to be busy or think about shit so I can feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's maybe like bittersweet, possibly, but it keeps me grinding and I don't need to be motivated. It's just kind of like what I like to do with my time. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even, motivation is not necessary, bro, to get to where you want, bro. Whatever the fuck you want to be, you don't need motivation. Motivation like goes away. Like, my motivation for a long time was like trying to prove people wrong, like trying to prove myself right, like, you know what I'm saying? But now I've already proved these people wrong and it didn't change shit. Like, they weren't like, damn, you were right, damn, you did know what you were doing. Like, it doesn't change shit. They're not, whoever you're trying to prove right, if your motivation is like other people other than yourself, it's gonna go away at some point and it's not gonna change shit. People aren't gonna be like, yo, like, I was wrong or some shit. Like, yo, you actually know what you're doing or some shit. You're gonna prove them right or prove them wrong, and then you're gonna need a new motivation. You know what I'm saying? So you don't even focus about motivation. It just goes away, it comes and goes, bro. You need a system, and you need to be realistic and understand that anything you want to do again, you're gonna have to grind the fuck out this shit. Because if it was easy, bro, everybody would do it, bro. Look at your favorite YouTuber, artist, fucking designer. Like, look at how much they grind. You know what I'm saying? How long did it take for them to pop off? Like, you know what I'm saying? Anybody I know that has some shit to this day that like is a real system, like a real like shit that won't move, has been doing that at least like 5 to 6 years. at least. You know what I'm saying? And if they haven't been doing it that long, they probably got lucky, went viral one time, and it's not a real system. You know what I'm saying? They have to constantly think of like, fuck, what do I do now? Versus if you just compound fucking time to 3 days and understanding what you want, it's gonna be fun to you because you want it. You know what I'm saying? And you're just gonna do it for a long time. And if you're being realistic, seeing like the progress, seeing what's working, what's not working, you're gonna get somewhere, bro. You don't need motivation for that shit. Motivation comes and goes, bro. Like, focus on a system, focus on grinding, focusing on being realistic. Like, that's all it is, bro. It's how to stay motivated, how to stay locked in. Don't worry about motivation. Like, that shit is, you know what I'm saying? I can go watch a video and be motivated because it's a fucking speech and some fucking sports highlights. Like, or I can build a system and I don't have to rely on how I feel. I just have to rely on this system and what I've done to create it and how to fucking keep creating this shit. You feel me? It's fucking cap, bro. You know we getting thumbnail? How to stay motivated? Yeah, bro. Give me some more topics too. That's pretty much it though, bro. Don't focus on motivation. Like, type shit. Give me some more topics, bro. So I keep mentioning this because people keep commenting it, but if y'all dead ass want like a tattoo tour on what this shit means, because clearly I'm deep as fuck and hella fucking nuanced and shit, then I'll explain all this shit, bro. I've gotten probably like 3 comments for that shit. Yeah. School link in the bio. You want some one-on-one coaching type shit. Ask me questions about your personal life and shit. How to get Mac, how to whatever. I'm probably not gonna make a video publicly on how to Mac because I'm gonna just like reveal myself type shit. But yeah, bro. Let me know topics. If y'all want the manipulation tactics series back, like, just let me know, bro. How to stay motivated, how to stay motivated, how to stay locked in. Do not worry about that shit. Do not. It's not real.